Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for more. And a change for the Wizards. Garrett Temple is checked in for Jared Dudley. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Nene. And Chris Humphries subbed in for John Wall. That'll be a 5-second call.
And let's take a look at Mario Chalmers. Some stats on him. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, his skill set is solid. He's a good ball handler, makes good decisions in playmaking. He's really the ideal backup.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Wade drives in. Chalmers passes to Anderson. Feeds it to Porter. The shot misses. Gortat with the defensive effort. Wizards trail by 5. Humphries with a screen on Chalmers. And Temple kicks to Humphries. Soft touch off the glass.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his net.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Porter. Whiteside, high post. Dishes it to Porter. There's the 3. The shot is off, and it's Washington the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Picked by Humphries. Temple dishes to Humphries. And he gets the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Heat lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Chalmers passes to Porter. The feed to Anderson. And Chalmers kicks to Porter. Pass to Wade. Beal with the steal. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. And the Heat with some changes. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. And it's Green in for Dwayne Wade. And a switcher also for Washington. Sessions is checked in. Temple dishes to Sessions. Here's Gortat. Anderson with the block. Down low. Got a piece of it. Chalmers passes to Porter. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. 9 points for Otto Porter Jr.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hot.
And Sessions kicks to Temple. Gortat with a screen on Green. In the corner at Sessions. Here's Gortat. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Stoudemire.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contest.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete. But his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Stoudemire, the screen, just 5 to shoot. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Dragic from outside. Neal pulls it in. Wizards trail by 3. He kicks to Temple. Sessions against Stoudemire. There's the pass to Sessions. Wide open look. And it's Miami with the rebound.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Green dishes to Stoudemire. The Heat need to get a shot off. And there's Green on the assist by Stoudemire. Green's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat. The Wizards shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Sessions. And Stoudemire pulls it down.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Here's Moore. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Right side a screen. Moore against Sessions. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. The shot misses. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Heat out front. They lead by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what exactly did you do differently in that second quarter?
Well, we showed a little bit more toughness, certainly on the defensive end. And even though they have great shot blocking, we're still able to attack and have some tough misses, but that's our aggressive style.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Dwayne Wade wasted no time getting hot. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
One thing I really like is their pace, nice and quick. A lot of their buckets came in transition. When they saw opportunity, they took it. It's so important for a team to be able to dictate the pace of the game, and we saw them do exactly that. They should stick with that because it's working. Keep up that transition game.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. He's got 10 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Insanity is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Moore. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Here's Nene, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 6 assists in the game. Miami leading by 4. Pass to Whiteside. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And the thing, Greg, about Marcin Gortat, he's not a high flyer. He's not a super flexible athlete. But he's one of the best centers in the league because he's tough. And he's worked hard on developing his skills. And he always hustles.
Yeah, and he fights for position down low. A terrific screener, does a lot of that dirty work And he's also very good at passing the basketball. You know, a lot more skilled, particularly in the pick and roll, than maybe people give him credit for. He can hurt a defense in a surprising number of ways.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Dang goes in, and it's Wall, top of the key. There's a screen by Gortat. And Hall sends it home.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on. Clark, he had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. There's the dish to Bosh. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. He had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
And Moore kicks to Porter. And he jams it with authority.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Dang kicks to Nene. And it's thrown back by Bosh. Gortat misses. Miami leading by 5. And it's Moore penetrating. Right side, the pass to Porter. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Beal can't get it to go.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, his scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Talking about Chris Bosh, he was really ahead of his time when he first entered the league. I mean, very few power forwards back then had his combination of size, agility, and skill set. Now we're seeing a ton of 4s like that on draft night.
And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, he came into the league just a tremendously raw talent, really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's very good point.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging
and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any